All right, I'm gonna click the other one too. But we are live on YouTube and Twitch, and we are now connecting to, I'm gonna drag it out. We are now connecting to Facebook. So we are live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube tonight for
Yeah.
another Friday of CNS Comics. The Cosmic King Wilson.
Cosplay Bay Nay.
And get your boy Kenpachi.
It's happening. And I know, Nate, tonight you wanted to lead us off, start us off with a little something special, huh?
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I almost forgot, to be honest. Yeah, I just wanted to say, kind of shout out everybody that's celebrating Black History Month in whatever form that might be. Me in particular, I'm doing 28 days of Black cosplay. So it really actually means a whole lot to me because when I first got into anime, I did, in cosplaying generally, I didn't see any Black creators, which really made me feel like there's not a space for me or something that I should be interested in. So I kind of just sat back and watched for a while until I started seeing people of color get into cosplay. And at some point that ended up encouraging me, especially the women in cosplay, Black women in cosplay. It ended up encouraging me to kind of jump into it and just do what I wanted to do. And it didn't matter what color I was or my gender. So I hope that you guys support Black artists this month in any way. That goes for writers, that goes for cosplayers, and any type of form. Okay.
Love it. And that is
Cool.
this, any and every and all months.
All
Support
month.
your
Yeah.
creative cosplayers of color. And you know what Nayana said there is a big deal. Like, it really makes a difference when you're out there doing your thing and people get to see it. It makes a difference within your communities, outside of your communities. And you know, a big shout out, like she said, to everybody that's out there, that's putting themselves out there, that's creating, that's pushing content, that's starting that small business, that is taking 2022 by the fangs, because this is Year of the Tiger, right? So shout out
Year
to
of the
the
Tiger.
new year there as well. So in this Year of the Tiger, we encourage you all to take the year in your life by the fangs. Do you, don't be afraid to do you, enjoy it. And with that said, we're going to go ahead and take you through one more sweet intro for another CNS Comics Tonight. All right. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Friday.
As always, I hope you guys had a good week. Everybody had a good week, and good week to everybody out there as well. What's new? What's happening? Happy
What's
Black
good?
History Month.
Yeah, happy Black History Month. Yes.
Right. 28 days of Black cosplay. Recount for us. What cosplays have we seen so far? I've seen some pretty groovy ones.
So you're talking about for me particularly or generally?
Ones you've done or ones you've seen that have kind of rocked
Okay.
the world.
Yeah. So I'm actually really surprised at how well the Carrot did from One Piece. Carrot One
Oh,
Piece. I was actually really surprised, but a lot of people like this. So I was really happy about that. That was my day one. And then what have I seen that was super cool? I've seen somebody do some, I've seen all year, I've seen some awesome docus. Do you guys know what I'm talking about from Demon Slayer?
Oh, yes, the Upper Moon docu.
Yes, Upper
That
Six.
was a dope fight. It had a super dope fight.
Yeah.
Nezuko and
Mhm.
Daki. Look at Kim. You'll have to peep that one.
Kim, you not
You
caught
might
up?
not be Demon
No, I'm
Slayer
not caught
caught
up
up.
yet,
Oh
dang.
my gosh.
Not
All
caught
right,
up.
we can't talk about that then, though, because you
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, what?
a lot
Okay,
Oh
that's
damn.
man.
happened. It's a
I
lot
see
that's
some
happened.
I see some dope docus though, like seriously, really good ones. I've seen a lot of throwback ones, like really like throwback cartoons. A lot of people are really having fun with this, and I think that's super cool. Some Bob's Burgers, some
I love Bob's Burgers, man.
yeah, Pepper Ann, just really random, and I really like it. It's really fun.
Bob's Burgers. What's your favorite kid?
I feel like we had this convo.
I do believe
It's
we
gotta be
talked this one
Gene.
time.
That's my
Gene.
boy.
Can't be
That's my
mad
boy,
at that.
Gene.
Kim, you got a
You
favorite
like
one?
Louise, don't
Any?
you?
Yeah,
I'm a
Louise.
Tina
That's
fan.
nope.
Oh,
Louise
you're a
all
Tina
day.
fan?
I'm a Tina fan. Tina is funny, man.
She is
Tina's funny,
hilarious.
but Louise all day. Yeah, she
Yeah.
just don't
That
miss
little
shit, man.
troublemaker
Yeah, for
Louise.
real.
That's why I thought Wilson was gonna like her.
Oh man, Louise is awesome, but the show
She's awesome.
Tina just she
She
makes the show
carries.
sometimes.
Zombies and
She
butts,
does.
Does
man.
carry.
She's all about zombies and butts. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
When she be writing her young adult
Yeah.
erotica.
Oh, her eroticas.
Oh my goodness, man. She be writing some strong erotica.
Telling you, man,
See?
zombies and butts, man.
You know who the best character? Linda is the best character though. She's
Yeah,
like
she
Linda
the
is.
best.
I mean, they're all
breezy.
really good characters, honestly. They're
Yeah,
all,
that's
they're all really good
Well,
characters.
it's a well
yeah.
done show.
yeah, for sure.
It's an exciting night tonight. We've got the creator of Chioma here with us tonight.
But
I gotta get closer.
And Mr. Peter Daniel is with us tonight
that's dope.
to kick it a little bit. And this is special to me because these are like, when it comes to indie comics, especially like, I'm into all indie comics, but Black indie comics brought me back into the comic world. And these are some of the first books that caught my eye. And I'm really excited to get a chance to kick it with the creator of such an epic series. Now, I've only read the first, but after backing the last Kickstarter, I've got all three. So I've got some more reading to do. Y'all know I spent all my time in this little box in here, just clicking. But I'm gonna be doing a little more reading here when my time at maybe my anime list is almost as long as this long box that I got to read. But I know I'll be reading these. The first one really hits. You're dealing with the member of a powerful member of a cursed tribe. I wouldn't call them cursed, but they practice witchcraft and they're deep in their magic. And she don't take no scruff from nobody. She's a true warrior. So we're going to get to learn a lot more about Chioma and about its creator tonight. So I'm super excited about that. Past that, I don't know if anything that's going to be any more exciting than that. So I don't know if you guys are feeling it, but I think without further ado, let me bring on Mr. Peter Chizoba Daniel.
Oh, round of applause. That's what it is.
Is that how we do it?
Actually got the pronunciation correct. Nice.
Boom. I'm a reader.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. How y'all doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. How are you?
All right.
So good to have you. So for those out there who may not know you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. My name is Peter Chizoba Daniel, like it's reading right under me. The founder of Peter Entertainment. We're a content creating company who's dedicated to create African-oriented stories. I'm an all-right creative guy, I'm an illustrator, storyboard artist, animator, and all that. I love video games like everybody else, watch movies.
Yeah.
Some people say I'm a nice guy, but I don't know.
That sounds like an honest guy, and that's better than nice, I think, right?
Yeah,
Honesty,
yeah,
You're
honesty
honest
right.
beats
guy, right?
nice
But
every
I don't know
time.
yet. The history will tell us.
History to tell the truth on you.
Yes.
Oh man, it's an honor to have you here, and I know, you know, you can tell just by the wall you have on display behind you how much love you have for Pan-African literature, culture, and just, you know, pushing that to the forefront. And you know, I just like to know a little bit more, especially given that it's Black History Month, and you know, every month to me is Black History Month. But to put a spotlight out on
Every day.
creators who are every day, every
Every day is
moment,
Black
like
History.
right, because we're making history right now, and
We are
that's what I
definitely in history.
in these moments. And I see you as a history maker. You've got 3 issues of the flagship workout Chioma. Where does she come from? And I, you know, I'm gonna let you guys have a question next, but I've been waiting for this, so I'm gonna drop my questions first.
Okay, the story Chioma, right? Okay, Chioma is based off of she's from East Africa, right? We didn't want to pinpoint the exact place, but East Africa, that's the map right there. The southern part, because Ethiopia is almost is an east as well, but is in like you can put it northern east. But the southeast, you see, it was called the Kitara Empire, and it was created by Ruhanga. You can Google it. It's authentic mythology. This is pre colonialism. That yeah. So this is real African history. So this story is based upon the myth about Ruhanga being a god, the god creator of these realms. And in these realms, we have different tribes, so many tribes, and they were all around the several lakes. So it's also called the Great Lakes region. Yeah.
And that's
So
real. That's
it's
really
real stuff. Yeah.
that's
Check your
real
map, check your history
geographics.
map.
It
Yeah,
really
it's
is a region, and
real legacy.
That's
one of the
dope.
things that I love
Many
about it is like
legacies,
get
powerful
history.
I love
kingdoms.
when you can look it up. Yeah, I love when you can look shit up like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So the story comes out of that, you know. So we try to create this fantasy tale, you know, because we know human beings, we love fantasy. So
Oh,
we try
yeah.
to be as badass as it can be. She is a very powerful warrior. She was encultured in a tribe that is created for balance and order. So this tribe, this sub tribe is called the Jangura. Yeah, they're like an elite force, you know, that were founded by the makers of the realm to protect and put everybody in line, you know. But of course, you know, most others have hidden agendas, you know.
Yeah.
Always.
So
There's more to the Jagura than meets the eye, and you get that from even in the first one. In the first one, one thing that I would call out right away is that she immediately establishes. I know that you're looking at these pages here with me. She immediately establishes that she got them hands. She puts them on everybody, and they're not really ready for her in the training in the combat ring. She,
yeah.
she's the
Chaoma
realest.
is an lazy spirit. Now, in our universe, in the Pella universe, there were characters we created. We call them the Imlazi. Imlazi is Swahili for guardians, right? They are special born human beings that were are sent down to protect humanity, right? So at the time, a lot of things had happened, but she was born in a very, let's say, not an upper class family. So nobody knew she was lazy. So she was in culture, you know, into this Jangura tribe. That's why she excelled faster than most of her colleagues in that you know in the whole the entire Jangura clan. So yeah, she's super strong, super powerful. But his story is also a story of discovery, you know, and yeah, that page you can see she's sent to annihilate some kings, some kingsmen, and you know she's I could say she was just brought up, you know, to serve this clan and make sure that everybody around, all other tribes and nations that are around the Jangura, are all following the line and trying, and also, and the, how will I put it now? The kingdoms around the Jangura, right, are underneath the Kitara Empire. So she's like the commander. She's the main. She's the controller of the Jangura, because she trains so hard, because she's lazy. Then she becomes this powerful character that now rises up the ranks so quickly, and she's now sent to put everybody in line.
Which makes sense by the way she puts them hands on peeps. Like I'm telling you, like the action, the way the action is drawn in this book. But I'm drawn to the mysticism as well. And I feel like a lot of that, it feels spiritual in a way to me, right?
Yeah, Africa has always been a spiritual place. The truth is, in reality, right? If you look at the world, at the time when Europe was undergoing battles, when they were fighting each other, Africa wasn't really doing much of that. They were busy being spiritual and studying life science. They were not, you wouldn't hear some Ashanti people going to fight these guys and everybody's fighting. No, Africa wasn't doing that. So we didn't really, we're not bred in absolute warfare. So the spiritualism, Africa was bred in spiritualism. That's why we really had to emphasize on this, showcasing this, that the energies from the motherland, so that's why you feel the spiritualism in the book.
Because it's in there.
It's in there, yeah.
It's there, so you can't miss it. And it's a lot. It's in the way a lot of the things that they're drawn, and in the way that characters speak and interact, and the things that you put purpose on within the book. If there was, and I know this is my last one for reals, I'm gonna let somebody else go. If there was one thing that you wanted your reader to get and to feel after experiencing your stories, what is that? What is it the thing? Because as a writer, as a fellow writer, there's always something that you want to give to your reader or have them feel along with you. What would that shared experience be for this work?
Well, for me, it's showing the power of the cultures, the power of, the end point, or the concept we're trying to, portray to the world is the rich culture, the way of life of these particular people. But in general, because our company is set on, producing African tales. So in general, every story we try to create, we try to show the power of the culture, the way of life. Want you to feel it, the energy that's coming from these people.
I don't see how somebody's going to miss that once they get a hold of this.
Yeah, because, there's a lot of misconceptions about way of life in Africa. Yeah, and we, the children, must correct those, those
misconceptions.
Yes, correct. I sometimes have a speech impediment,
Nah, I got you, bro.
Correct, yeah. So yeah, we must correct them, and the only way, like for me, I was born in Lagos, Nigeria, right? And most of what I consumed as a child was Western content, which were beautiful and wonderful stuff, right?
Yeah.
But there was this missing piece. You can feel it. You're not there. You're not in
right.
these things that you love so much. So that desire to bring out to that search for who you are in this world, kind of made me to do my research to try to understand. And lo and behold, it was an endless, rich, vast knowledge, to assimilate. So I decided to share with the world.
That's what's up. That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah.
I know it's not my turn. I'm gonna let somebody else go. I'm just gonna show off stuff while you guys chat it up, because I got some. The issue
You're
3
missing
covers.
out. You said you only read issue 1.
Just one, issue 1. I know, but I reread it like before we got together. I reread it and I was like, "Oh, I'm reading all the rest of this tonight."
How many issues do you have out right now?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Right now we're completing 4, 5, 6. Cool. Yeah. So before the middle of the year, we should have those ready, and we'll do second Kickstarter, make it available for everyone. Yeah.
But
Which one are you looking for your readers to get their hands on? Which one is the one for you between 4, 5, 6?
Oh, the next
Yeah,
test?
for the next ones. Yeah.
yeah,
Which one are you
Well,
like?
the
Oh, I
way
can't
we
wait to
designed
read
the
this.
way we designed the story, every issue is important.
Mhm.
Because you'll miss out because it's big. It's a big universe. Because we try to showcase the ruling class, the order, the law, and the system of governance in that time. So you get to see the Omukama, who's the overseer of the Kitara, the realms of Kitara. Then underneath him, you have the kings of the different regions. Of the different tribes under Kitara. So it's big. So we always advise everyone to start from issue 1, 2, 3. Because if you go to issue 3, you will know you gotta go back.
yeah.
Yes. So we advise always start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely
And,
gonna pick up a copy of those for sure.
Yeah, they look good.
Olaju is also
Yeah,
just
yeah.
wrapped up on Kickstarter as well.
Sorry?
You just had another Kickstarter wrap up.
Yeah,
as well, right?
Olaju, yes.
Mhm.
Olaju. Yeah, it's
Got that too.
Olaju, yeah. It's a Yoruba word for enlightenment. So one who has become enlightened. Yes.
And Yoruba, for those of you who don't know, is the traditional language of Nigeria. It's a culture as well. It's a tribe and a culture.
No, but funny enough, it's not a traditional language.
It's not a tribe.
Nigeria as a whole. It's a part of Nigeria. Like I always try to, no. Nigeria is a British construct. It is not
a real nation.
They brought a lot of people, different tribes together, which is not a bad idea because it helps create a balance and a protection. This world was bred in battle and blood, so people come together to protect themselves. So it's a good idea, but they didn't do it right. So, in Nigeria, you have the Igbo, you have the Yoruba, you have the Hausa, you have 200 different languages, but these are like the 3 major, in population size. So, so if you go to the Nigerian map, you see there were almost.
You said there's 200 different languages, 3
That's
major,
crazy.
but 200
Wow.
different
200
languages
different
being
languages.
spoken.
Yes.
Man.
And,
That's what this is
a
all
lot of
about.
people. That's why it's
Some education tonight.
Yeah, that's why Nigeria is like the
Important.
largest black nation in the world, because you have a lot of people living together in one place. And yes, Yorubas are people that inhabit the southwest. Yeah, southwest. Yeah, the Lagos. Ibadan. Then you move to the east. Things like that. Yeah. So the official language for Nigeria is actually English because it was colonized by
the British.
Yes, that's
what's getting spoken on the street though. Like if I go to the streets of Nigeria right now,
it's the Nigerian language. But if you go inside, you see that different languages, different people, and that's what makes it beautiful because you learn the cultures. Everybody, cohabits and we learn from each other and we enjoy each other and stuff like that. Yeah,
I bet you can get a mean plate of food too, man. If you got 200 different, a mean plate of food, man. I know there's some good food. You got that much culture, there's got to be a good plate.
Yeah, it's fun because like if you're in Lagos, you see there's some people called the Calabar people. You have Calabar restaurants, you have Yoruba restaurants, you have Igbo restaurants, and you have options, variety of enjoyment, different tastes. Like if you go to like a 5-star hotel, you want Chinese, you want French, something from maybe like a French meal or something like that, or Spanish food. Just like Nigeria, when you go to Nigeria, you want Igbo dishes, you want Yoruba dishes, you want Calabar dishes, you want dishes from the north, the Hausa people. You are limited options, as in unlimited options.
I'm sold. Trying to get a plate right now.
Me too.
It's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. Food, language, literature. When you start mixing these things, man, the combining of cultures creates some of the most beautiful work we've seen to date. And the only way that you can really have that rich blending is to have a true knowledge of all the cultures that are participating, which is why I think what you're doing, especially bringing to light the nuances of African culture. Like for me, I'm like, all right, Nigeria, Yoruba, bam, that's what it is. That's all there is to me. But to have that added knowledge, that nuance, that complexity where you get to see the true depths and shades of something. And I think literature is one of the best ways to do that. And I love that, one of the reasons why I chose a visual medium was, and I think something that you touched on earlier for the same reasons, so that you can be seen in a different trope than what you get in mainstream media that you've got, or in mainstream storytelling, or what would be considered traditional in Western culture. You only get certain roles.
Yeah.
I like to think about Law and Order back in the day. I love Law and Order, man. But
Okay, the series.
yeah, like the TV show.
Okay.
But based on the dude's race, what kind of crime he did, like if it,
You already know,
it was gonna be like that, and it was
Yeah.
common for the time. But we're so much more aware now of all the different plates of food you could eat, and I think the world is hungry to get a taste of all those different plates of food. And I think when they see Chioma, it doesn't matter whether you come from African culture, if you're a Black American, it doesn't matter where you're from, race, color, or creed. You want to see this because you've not seen it, and it resonates with you because it's fresh and it's new, and you secretly have a longing for it, whether you realize it or not. And that's what I'm noticing all around the world, is that everybody wants more than what they're getting. And I appreciate you, Peter, for being part of the movement that's delivering that. Because I was flipping through this issue 3. You said don't skip around, so that just means I got some work to put in. These splash pages are beautiful, man. This is you on the line art and colors,
No.
no?
The illustrator is Jimmy King.
Oh man, he's killing this.
He's one of the most ruthless illustrators. When I say ruthless, he likes to kill them lines. When he wants to draw, he makes sure. That's why everybody's loving it, because he's not mean when it comes to art. He wants you to feel the character, and he puts a lot of emotion. Yes.
Yeah.
These pages, man.
Yeah. He's actually our lead illustrator. He's a beast. He's a beast.
He's not messing around in this.
Yeah, he doesn't play. He doesn't play.
Love this cover. Issue 2 looks like it's fire too, but 3 is thicker. I did that one myself. I'll just throw that out there. Issue 3 is thicker.
Yeah, I did that myself, the illustrator. You can open it. It's actually, if you open it, like from the back. Yeah.
Oh, you want to? Oh, it goes all the way across.
Yeah, it goes all the way.
All right, hang on. I got this.
Yeah, I did that.
It's all the way across.
Oh, that's dope.
Here.
That is
and
cool.
It is fire.
That's
I don't want to stretch
dope,
too much because mine are signed, and these my lotto tickets right here. So I'm gonna be retiring off of these books one day.
That's dope, though. That's not dope. I like that.
You see it? You see it in the corner? You see that signature right there? That's my retirement.
Yeah,
it is. I mean, your line art is beautiful. I'm not gonna even front. Like when you're looking at, all the books are beautiful.
I just did the cover.
Oh, you're not the interiors. Look, he's like, look, I can't take credit for all this.
I can't take credit as well. He's a beast.
Man,
I must say his name.
He's crushing this.
Yeah.
Baki level combat going on in here too, because it's like visceral, it's physical. There's like the magical element, but Chioma is like in the first one, she's putting hands on you, man. Like it's
clearly.
Yeah. One of the things that I promised myself when I started this was to showcase hand-to-hand combat, because there was this notion that Africa had no martial arts. That's not true. I'm sure you guys have heard it one time that everything came from Asia. No.
I
don't know if you ever heard of the Ngolo, the dance fighting style you probably see from the Caribbeans, and it's from actually Angola. So there's so many different martial arts styles that came from Africa. So we wanted to make sure we imbibe these things in our stories.
Wrestling was original to Africans. Like everything that you see anybody else doing happened in Africa too.
That's really
It's
cool.
the original for most all things in every way, and we forget that. And I love that. I love the act of remembering, because that's what this is. This is the act of remembering, like you were calling out earlier, to remember. And I love that you put the map in the very first book, so that you can
Yes.
remember there was before and there will be after. So like you're
Yeah,
more
before this
than what
cat
you've
came.
been told, right?
Yeah, the art
Those
is
pages
dope.
are just fire.
For real,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's Jimmy King for you, you know.
So clean, man.
Jimmy know what's up with action, bruh, because he makes it like it moves when you.
Yeah, it
I actually
does.
do the story.
Yeah.
I actually do the story, then he draws it. Yeah, so I'm the one telling the story. So what I do is that I do storyboards. Like, let me show you guys the sample.
Oh, so you'll actually storyboard it out for him. You're
Yeah,
mapping
yeah,
out
I'm the
this
writer creator.
action.
Yeah.
What's up? Yeah.
Ooh, I just
There's-
turned my artist loose. I don't storyboard. That's dope.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, then later, because I have the story in my mind, right, the way I want it to be. So I do storyboard. Let me give you guys, like, this is one of my books. I have tons of these books, and because this is where I create and write the stories. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit rough, but you understand.
Yeah.
This is a storyboard. Let's see.
Yeah.
So once I explain, I do a video, send it to him, then he knows what to do. So I have tons of this.
That's funny. I do it the same way. That's funny.
Where I write my stories, yo. So
I write my story the same way. You know. That's
yeah,
cool.
that's
No, yeah,
you're
for real.
an illustrator, right? Yeah,
Yeah, same way.
Illustrators to do that, you know, especially if it's your own story, because
Yeah.
you know what's going on. Then
Exactly.
when you're done the lettering and all that, yeah. So that's how I create.
That's so cool. That's funny. We do it the same way. That's funny.
Yeah. You know, and even I think Stanley also had that idea. Stanley, God rest his soul.
Yeah, the rest of the soul, yeah.
He was like that as well. He do the storyboards, then he does the writing after.
See, I'm a pure writer, so like I write like heavy novel type detail. I let an artist read it and let him draw what he sees. Like there's very few things where I'm like, I need it to be exactly like this. Most of the time I'm like, oh man, that is pretty crazy how you translated that writing into something, visuals. To me,
Yeah,
it's like magic when you guys do that.
Yeah. Like this world is like, there's no way this world cannot be spiritual, or there's another meaning. There's a power, much more powerful force that's beyond our vision. That's why people are different, right? Like now the way an artist sees is different, because for me, this is my own experience. I see images. If you give me a story or whatever, right, I start seeing images immediately. That's how my mind works. So, but someone else could, that's not an artist, will see it a different way. So that's why I feel this is something more, how will I put it now? There's more powerful energy, that's all around us that we don't see.
Yeah.
That's why people are different. That's why everybody's different,
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that concept.
Me too.
Because I believe in the energies and that ebb and flow, because we're all what my man Cannabis say, vibration and sound. Everything's vibration and sound, right? So the things that you speak and the music that you make and all these things, they're far more powerful.
It's coming from the source. It's a source, and it's right within you.
Yeah.
Right. There's a lot more power in it. And when you get together, like you and Jimmy King have done here with this amazing work, and you start putting your frequencies together into harmony, you start really
make magic. We make
vibrating,
power, we make magic. Yeah.
Right. You can feel it in this. Like when you're going through it, if you haven't picked this up yet, if you've not experienced this, I think they're too late for Elaju on Kickstarter right now. That one closed out.
Yeah, but you can always pre-order from our website.
There we go. That's what I was going to say. I meant to pin it to the top, but I'm not as good without my producer Easy Money. He's been not with us for a couple weeks. So if you've noticed that links don't get put up and stuff, blame him. He's supposed to be back next week, but that's why it's not happening. I don't do the clicky as good.
Anyway,
But we got to get
Olatunji.
we got to get this link into
Okay.
the chat here.
All right.
It's an
Olatunji
awesome
is a
site,
very
by the
special
way.
story, right? It's a very special story. It's a story that we've been working on for like almost 10 years.
Wow.
And yeah, it's spawned out of a mythology from our village, right? The tree people, you know. The story is usually used to scare kids, you know, so that they don't go into the forest at
Yeah.
a certain time, you know. So we decided to create this fantasy universe off of this tree-like characters, and this predates man, predates prehistorical fantasy. And you know, with all the we try to, you know, tell the story with nature, you know, understanding the you know, life and, you know, reality and nature. That's what we try to tell the story with. So you have the creatures at this time going through this trial, you know, with the goddess Ashari, you know. So that's why we had to make the painting beautiful, because we're dealing with
And
nature.
this one really does, like, the
Are you
light
pulling it up?
in this one.
Can I see
Oh,
something?
should I do that? See,
Yeah,
there.
You always do
Thank
that,
you,
man. You're
Nayana, for
like,
keeping. Y'all were like, "What are you clicking on
you're
over
like,
there?"
it's
Then
I
so
thought this was
beautiful.
really
And we're like,
Just
well,
looking
you gonna
at
show us
stuff.
or what? Like,
looking at
Yeah,
things for
it's a very
myself,
powerful,
scrolling
epic
through the website.
fantasy, powerful, extreme fantasy, because all the creatures there are, you know, fantastical creatures. These are creatures that exist way before the creatures, you know, today. You know, it's a fantasy in the fantasy world, but they still exist in the systematical reality of nature that we all know. So their job, like the characters are called the Inkuru Osisi. It's three people in the Igbo language, right? Inkuru Osisi. So yeah, so they were sent to cultivate the earth for man, right? To make it look all nice, all pretty, you know, with they have magical powers, right? And in their group, they have different groups. They have the transporters, you have the planters, you know, you have the guardians, you know, they're all working to build the earth. And there are also other creatures as well, you know, that also have their own role in the ecosystem at that time. So so every generation, the eldest, who is like the voice to Ashari, must ascend, you know, to replenish the land of accumulated energies and knowledge they've accumulated over a period of time. Then he's being replaced by subordinates. So this has gone on for thousands of years, you know, it's cycle of life. But for some reason, this generation, this particular elder decides not to ascend. That's where the whole chaos starts from. And
So he's
I don't want to
messing
spoil
up the cycle.
Yes.
So if you guys are looking, this is just
Beautiful.
so
yeah, I love
beautiful
the
Yeah.
colors
done.
too. The colors, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
You can check out the cover, the main cover with the.
I'll come back
with
up
the-
to it.
Yeah.
It's sweet, man.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to do something different because we have a lot of plans for
Love
kingdoms, modern kingdoms, and
Yeah.
pre-colonial kingdoms. But I wanted to give something, you know, the people a different feel of African fantasy. You know,
That's really cool.
yeah, using the
For
characters,
people
the myth.
like me who are like into that crazy fantasy and mythology and
extreme-
all about the
extreme
lore,
fantasy,
so I'm gonna
yeah.
love
Yeah,
this.
man, that's dope. And I can
Yeah.
tell you
Yeah.
put like, man, you guys put a lot of like
See this?
work into that history, man.
Yeah, put a
Like,
lot of time, a
for
lot
real.
of research too, because
I can tell,
like I
man.
said, the story is 10 years old.
Yeah, it's
You know,
amazing.
Yeah, we took our
Rich-
time.
rich in
It's a
detail, yeah.
very unique story. So we had to do a lot of research, understand the earth better.
Yeah.
We literally became like we're studying for a science exam, you know. Yeah, or we could call it science or call it nature, whatever. You know, we're trying to understand nature and the world around us. So we
That's
use
cool,
that
that's
to
cool as
tell
hell.
this story. Yeah, because there were three people, and you know they are part of the earth. They come from the earth, you know. So you know we just had to explore and think outside the box to
Yeah.
bring this story out. Yeah.
And is this the same illustrator?
No,
Mm.
the illustrator for this Alexander Redworks, he's just a genius.
Yeah,
Yeah,
looks good.
Yeah, the
yeah, he
color,
might
like
be a bit
the
slower than
art.
most guys, but he's good. You know, he knows his
Quality.
creative mind is out of this world. I won't lie. You know, because we worked for almost like 3-4 years now. You know, we fight a lot, but you know, I was giving him his man.
Give him his
when
propers
he
because
does
his
it.
propers
Yeah,
is due.
he's good.
Well, I mean, it's
Yeah.
a lot more like a painting than it is
Yeah, it's pretty beautiful.
Yes,
Yeah,
than
yes,
like
yeah.
a traditional comic,
The
right?
painting was actually by two people, because of the amount of work and the detail in the painting. Yeah, it's meant to be. Yeah, it is a painting.
Mhm.
We decided
Yeah.
to make it painterly style, so you can feel the nature. That it was intentional. Yeah, it was intentional. We didn't just want to make it a regular
yeah,
comic style painting.
Yeah.
yeah,
It is a painting. Yes, it took time. Yeah, for every page, every stroke, and So
yeah. It's like a beautiful story. Yeah,
yes, that was the because we want to we want to do and create stuff that will transcend our generation. That the next 100 years, if you pick up this book, you say, "Wow,
yeah,
that's what we're trying to do. Leave a
yeah.
great legacy for the children to come." You know,
It's
continuously.
beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Building
gonna
it, you're
say it kind
definitely
of
building
brings
it.
you, like, pulls you into that world.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes.
That one, I
Very
think
enchanting.
I might end up being more into Elaju when it's all said and done because I love high fantasy and lore. Just I know that there's something
Yeah,
really
the rich
original but
detail.
rooted in truth and culture about the tree people because they're not like my stuff is like getting pulled pure out of my brain. There's, all the influences of my life, but there's no intentional rooting in a culture, rooting in a particular influence, which I really love the didactic nature, the ability of your
Mhm.
work to also teach me as I am thoroughly
Yeah,
entertained.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
this is a big
Because
deal.
the truth is that everything teaches us something. Everything we watch, there's always something to learn in every relationship, every single
everything
moment
we
you're
do.
alive. Yeah. So one of the things I try to do, always try and imbibe some truths in these stories. You know, part of our daily experience. Part of our journey. In existence.
Hmm.
I
Peter,
dig
you're
it, man.
dropping some just
I dig
heavy
it
wisdom,
for real.
serious knowledge on us. I feel like I personally will be better for having the experience of kicking it with you tonight. I think it goes without saying that the work is phenomenal looking, but the meaning and power behind the
Yeah, the
work,
passion behind it, like it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everything.
that's because we love what we do and we put all our
that's it.
passion, crazy passion. We love it so
Hmm.
much. And what is life if you don't love what you're doing? Doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
For real though. Yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
ain't gonna be here forever.
Nope.
Sure ain't. Yeah,
So we pour our spirits, our energies into our
gotta do what
work.
you love. Yeah,
Do what you love, man, and
Yeah.
it comes through. It comes through in the
it
work.
really does. It really does.
So, the next 5 years, what's the next 5 years like for PETA Entertainment?
Wow. First of all, the last 5 years was um, building the foundation and making people know what our intention. Now,
Hmm.
the next 5 years we're going wild, crazy wild.
That man. Yeah,
Yes, yeah, we're going to be
gotta go
our
in
time
now.
create amazing content and all original. That's why we don't rush stuff, because
Yeah.
it's easy to just bring a character, make it a superhero, and and do
Yes,
and put a bad guy and they start fighting. No,
Yeah.
too easy. Yeah, that's real.
yes,
Yeah,
next 5 years we're gonna explode.
yeah.
Yeah, because now we know our destination, we know our
Look,
strength.
he's trying so hard not to tell us the thing that he's not
Yeah, I know.
supposed to tell us.
He's hiding. He's
Something that he
hiding. He's
can't
hiding.
talk
You know,
about that we all
he's
want to
hiding.
know. And I
Yeah,
He's
can
like,
just
next
yo,
five
I'm
years
tell.
about
is
to
gonna be
drop it
is
on
gonna be
y'all, but I
crazy.
can't say
It's gonna
that.
be crazy because I'm I'm the founder of the company, but I have guys that think like me and we have the same vision. It took me a while to find them. It was not easy. A lot of pain, a lot of work, a lot of things gone bad until you get the right people to work with. And it's going to be like an explosion of everything that I've enjoyed as a child. Yes. And you have enjoyed it as well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I'm like pumped over here. You got me feeling giddy like a kid about that, because I could just see like the smirk that you were trying to hide. You're like, the next 5
all
years.
Our characters in different platforms.
Yes, bro.
Yes. Different platforms. Okay. Yes, all right. That is enough hinting to me. Yeah, I want to see the animations because
you will see them shortly. This guy is the Chronicles of I don't think you have this book. This was our first Kickstarter. It's a 200-page graphic novel.
Ooh.
Yeah, it showcases these characters. Let me get you a better. Yeah, okay, that's them right here.
Yeah, okay.
These are the Lazes, right? And that's Chayuma.
All right, I love this dude's pose because he looks like he's a funny, strong man.
That's like Pinky right there.
Sorry?
A One Piece reference. So that's the Frankie pose.
It is, though.
Oh, we love anime over here. So when the animation starts, look, you see me get close to the screen and I forget that I'm on camera, like getting all creepy. There's the map, full map.
Yes, the full map of Africa. And these characters, they come. This is, I think, Chayuma is right here. That's Chayuma. She's pointing to East Africa. Yeah. So.
Can we just call out the skills for being able to accurately point on camera?
I'm trying to.
That's real.
I feel the need to call out what level. That is not easy.
Yeah, you can see the map. So, yes, this is our flagship title. The plan is to showcase the cultures, because this particular story, the Chronicle of the Newborn, is designed. It's like a big, tour around Africa, showcasing the cultures.
That's cool.
The cultures that have been kind of suppressed, which are the foundation of our very existence, all of us.
Yeah.
So, that's why a lot of people say they want to go back home to Africa. Yeah, because Africa is calling to you. Like it or not, it's calling. It's in your blood, it's in your genes. You can't run from
calls to us all. So we had a comment in the Facebook chat from my mom. She's clearly in love with your voice and says, I'm going to need you to do the voice for Vervet, which is a character from her children's book. So she's like, I need him to do a voiceover of Vervet for me on a live read next month. So she's trying to hire you for a live read.
I actually enjoy voice acting, but not like I've actually done that before. But I do like in my bedroom, trying to And my
I do it all the time. Like I do a mean star.
My favorite is actually the
Lord Megatron.
Okay,
the Autobots are upon us.
Is that your favorite? Is that your favorite?
Starscream? I've got
someone's right. My favorite voice acting or voice style is the 50s, 40s newscaster sound.
Oh,
you know that
song? Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do it for us?
Entertaining.
Are you gonna do one for us?
Yeah, you got one.
Tonight.
Let me get to the realm.
Let me see. I'm ready for this.
Hey, I'm trying to get in the realm. So today it's CnS Comics. It's
I got you.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Okay,
tonight.
Let me read it from the newborn. Like
we have PETA Entertainment's founder.
But they have the way they speak. I enjoy it a lot.
Like Tom Brokaw, wasn't that the one from our childhood?
The way they read the news, and they did the same thing in is it what's it called? This anime with the kid with the arrow down, Avatar.
The Avatar.
Love Avatar. The other one, is it the Korra?
Korra, Legend of Korra.
That same style. I enjoy that style of voice acting.
Oh, very clean news reporter voice.
Yeah,
okay.
That's
all
very
right.
stereotype.
I am a huge fan of the Japanese voice actors and the crazy energy that they have in Japanese anime and the voiceovers. It's just over the top.
I love that
I
shit,
prefer
yeah.
sub.
But I
anime.
prefer listening to the Japanese
Yeah.
Yes.
than
Yeah.
the English than read it, because I love when you use the deep voice.
Yes.
Hi, Samas.
Yes.
That was a good one.
It's just so
Yeah,
intense. And then like if you
totally
watch them
learned
do it
Japanese
live,
through anime,
they're
and so it's not only me. You guys do the same thing. You learn some
Right.
Japanese.
yes,
Watching.
Yeah, yeah, of
mate,
course, yeah.
That's why our medium is so
Mate.
powerful. We
Baka.
must teach.
Ike. Yeah.
Yeah.
You will learn it. You will learn
Yeah,
it because
you
you
learn
watch
it, yeah.
it, and the same thing happens when you start encountering.
Ignite.
And I love that. I love that call out, Peter, because
Yeah, that was
as
good.
people start to be entertained by the work of your culture, they become exposed to your culture and
More and
low
more.
key
Yes.
start to pick things up, whether you mean to or you realize it or not. If somebody says "Itsuko," I'm thinking about the Straw Hat Pirates charging into something because Luffy said, "Let's go!" Like
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Nandi Daio. I don't speak Japanese.
Nanda,
I know
Nandi
what that
Daio.
means,
I just
though.
love
I
it.
hear
love
that
it so
one
much.
enough, right? Nandi. I
Yeah.
know that's like what, huh? You know,
Yeah.
a lot of so that happens in a very natural way
It does.
through literature, and that's why I think people sleep on the power of the things that we write down. But it's one of the stories that we tell to other people and to ourselves are actually what shape the world as we know it. So it's the stories that we tell, and by putting a different image and by giving the world a new trope for us, a new way to think about us, it does so much to change the world itself because it lets other people know what we know, but they haven't had a chance to see. Because like
Yeah.
one thing that I've realized is that as a writer, I write what I see. Like I have to go back and realize that all my characters were black when I wrote something. I'm like, oh man, let's work on that because I didn't mean to write all black characters necessarily, but that's me. That's where I'm coming from. So I'm going to be focused on me and that realization on how your perspective shapes everything that you see, do, and touch, man. It's a powerful realization, and that awareness and the way you deliver it as a writer, because you're always trying to give a feeling to your reader or to share an emotion, to share an experience with your
No,
reader.
the truth is, the different tribes of the world, each the storytellers of the different tribes of the world have a responsibility to tell their stories. I'm not going to tell a Japanese story. Doesn't make sense.
Right.
I'm not going to tell a French story. The Frenchman will tell me a French story, right? But the responsibility for these storytellers is to always portray the best, because like as you were saying, I was about to say the same thing, that storytelling is like the most powerful thing. If you, like, for example, you bring two kids, you tell a kid that he's stupid all his life, he's going to be stupid. But we tell another kid that he's a king, he's a descendant of kings. He's going to have this, automatic power over his shoulder every time.
Or a
So
responsibility to uphold,
yes.
or like a
That's
feeling
why
that
we
there's
must
more
defend the
to me than
storytelling.
what I do right
We
now.
must defend the storytelling at all costs. Yeah,
Yes.
it's very important. Yes, we must tell stories pre-slavery. It's very important.
Yeah.
Very important for the psychological effect of the black child, of any child.
And it's also important to break your normal tropes, like you like to that effect. It's good to, and it's part of the reason why Talasha has an afro and she's in the middle of space slaying cosmic dragons. It's because we don't usually get out into those spaces, and it's important to
That's extremely amazing.
stretch out and get into those spaces because
It's all about representation.
right, and to your point there, to be true to the story you want to tell. So like my story is told purely out of the story I wanted to tell and the story I wanted to read, and everything that comes with that comes out of my personal experiences, and those, it's okay to let those out and to show those through the work. And I think that you doing that with your work, and the whole community that's at work at large here in kind of what I refer to as the Great Graphic Awakening, where you're starting to see a different image in the world than what you're used to seeing. I think that it's important for us as a human race to move forward, that it's going to do a lot for humanity as a whole as we start to see more stories told by a broader array of people. Because when you think about the modern mainstream industries, whether it's comics, movies, or television, they are power brokered by big dollars. And to get those big dollars and get in, oftentimes they take your story from you. And then your story can't be what you meant it to be because now it's about money. And it's always been very important to me to make some money, but for the work not to be about the money, for it to be about the stories that we wanted to tell. That's why here at CNS Comics, we rock the slogan, storytelling that storytellers love, because that's what it's actually about, is the storytelling. I think that shines through in everything that you're doing. I'm so looking forward to getting my reward for Elaju and everything else that's coming, because it sounds like in the next 5 years, you're sitting on some gold over there. You got something coming for us, and I'm definitely going to be
Yeah,
here for it.
the goal is always there. It's just that we have to dig it.
Yeah.
That's just
right here.
The goal is always right. It's right there. We just have to dig it. Like I tell people, like kids, like the millennials, people are born, they're born into this world of brands, hip hop. But this
Internet.
They didn't fall out of the sky. They were all built.
Yeah.
Every brand on earth, right from Mercedes to whatever, started from somewhere. And we must start and build it, and be consistent and relentless, So that's why when
build
I see
relentless
Black
and
creators,
relentlessly build. I'm taking that as a message. We're winding down into our last moments before we head out tonight. Peter, tell us first, where can everybody find you if we're looking for you? We've dropped the link to the website.
Here. Come find me right here. I'm home right.
He's not lying. If you DM him, he'll respond to you, man. He's like a straight up good dude like that. So
yeah, I'm right.
Reach him on
Comics is our official Instagram. It's Pella Comics through the all social medias. You can go to Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Pella Entertainment. Yeah, the website. Once you send a message, respond ASAP.
Nice.
And we've got the website pinned to the top of the Facebook chat, and I think dropped in the chat for YouTube and Twitch. Still learning there, guys. We'll figure the YouTube Twitch thing out over time. It's new for us, but we do stream live there for you as well. I got to say, this has been really good for us. I've really, really enjoyed kicking it with you and spending time.
It looks like Consular Bain wants to ask me a question.
oh, my bad, May.
No. I was just agreeing. What did you, Kim?
Oh, no. I was listening in.
No, yeah. I'm really agreeing with Wilson.
That's a very powerful name, you know that, right?
I appreciate that. No,
yeah.
I know it is, yeah.
It's the name of his sword, but it's still yeah.
Yeah, Kapachi's always felt like a powerful name to me. Yeah, it's a combination of like it has my name in it, but it's a mix of words because my name is Kemney, but it's mixed in there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Is the Bleach show still on? Because I
about to
I
come
got
back.
tired.
It's about to come
back. Yeah.
I got tired. I was like 400 episodes. Like what the
400 episodes.
I stopped at like 3. Like I stopped at 300, man. Like
no, you gotta write it out to the end. Write it out to the end.
Yeah.
How are you going to be ready for the 100-year Blood War if you haven't finished out all the filler arcs?
I'm glad that's what you said.
Yeah, for real though. Yeah, I'm glad that's what you said. Yeah, because I ain't about to even entertain that right there.
No, I didn't get that. What was the question?
Oh no, I was saying that there's like 50 filler arcs between in Bleach, like half of the seasons are filler, but it's worth it. There is no filler in Chioma, just so you know. It is page after page of. Good. It's pretty action driven in the first one, but there's a lot of hinting at story, and I feel like in the third one, I'm probably going to get all the talk of the story. That I think the second book usually where you get a good bit of lore. So I'm thinking when I read the second book, I'll get some story that will
really expanded a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what it really. Yeah, the 1 and 2 was to bring you in, soften you up a bit. Then we hit you with the tree with the hammer.
And 3 is look, man,
then
the pages
I'll
look.
hit you with the hammer. It's not
great.
over. We got like a nuclear bomb coming.
Just one hammer.
Yeah,
you
that's
heard it
hammer.
here. You take one shot of the
like,
hammer. The next thing you're getting out of PETA Entertainment is the nuclear bomb when Peter drops.
Right.
Just
That's
all
a
that
pretty
fire
drastic
on.
leap, But
Do like that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another fantastic Friday night with my favorite trio, my favorite group. We also had an awesome special guest tonight with Mr. Peter Daniel. His link is in the top of the chat for Facebook. Definitely go hit up his site. Hit him up on Instagram, on Facebook at PETA Entertainment, all of the above. You can Google him. I did. He comes up pretty much at the top. PETA Entertainment, right up there in bold letters. The site is fantastic looking. The content seems to be endless. And from what we understand, it's only just starting. The next 5 years,
it's
built
only
on
just
top
starting.
of the first.
Yeah, it's only just starting. We've not even started. So we're just building the foundation.
That's it. Get ready because the foundation is strong.
It's gonna be fire.
So wait for that fire. Make sure that you subscribe to his website and get those books. As always, we thank you for being part of the CNS Comics family. You guys take it easy out there.
All right, bye. Thank you guys. It was nice having you. All right.